So I got asked a question on Instagram, which was, what's it like being a single mum and going through a breast cancer journey? And I thought that was a really great question that somebody asked me, and so I wanted to dedicate this video to talking about what it's been like for me and my kids. So I have 3 children of my own. I've also got 3 adult stepchildren. Living with me currently is my daughter Alea, who's 19, and my little son Cohen, who's 6. And over in New Zealand is my big boy Kalen, who's 17. As you can imagine, I'm leaning in on my big kids a lot. I've had a very, very close relationship with my big kids from obviously since birth. I've grown up with them. I was a young mum when I had them. But what I'm finding is, this is something new for all of us that we've had to experience. My son's away from me, and that presents its own challenges in the sense that I know he'd much prefer to be here supporting me right now. But one of the key things for me is just to make sure that he continues to do well with the goals that he set out for in New Zealand. It's been a big step up for Alea. She's 19, she's a young adult. She's moved back in with me. We haven't lived with each other for a long time. And for her, it's easy to say, yes, Mum, I'll move in to be your carer. But then it's another thing when you actually have to do some caring roles and trying to understand, what that looks like. What I've found is what we've just had to do is have even more communication. And I've had to be really explicit that she can't read my mind. She can't necessarily tell from my face, what's going on for me. She's got to ask questions if I'm not talking, but I've also got to be really open to express to her what I need. Just last night we were sitting on the lounge. I was exhausted, and she looked straight at me and she said, "Mum, talk to me. Mum, what do you need right now? Mum, do you need to talk? Mum, do you need to go to bed? Do you need me to do something?" And that is actually probably what our relationship's looking like now, is lots of conversations and lots of her leaning in. We've got a little bit of a roster that's happening, and she's got to step into that roster to help out. I think one of the hardest things is when you've got a little person. So Cohen's just this gentle little 6-year-old. And, at times I've had family members say, "Hey, we'll take him away," or, "Do you want him to come and spend some time with us?" And I've said no. I think it's really important for Cohen as a growing child to be on this journey with us. And one of the reasons I think it's important is because I think this is how kids learn resilience, is when they go through tough times. And so there's a lot that he doesn't understand right now. There's a lot he's experiencing. He's experiencing a different mum. He's normally got a mum that's got lots of energy. And there are times now when he has to accept when I say, "We can't do that today, I'm really tired." There's times actually where I've been, I need to go and have a sleep. I need to lay in bed, and I'm going to give you your iPad and you're going to lay next to me. And just let me have a sleep, and when I finish having this sleep, we'll get up and we'll do something, I promise you. So, navigating that, it's always a negotiation. I've got to be really clear on my boundaries to protect my own self-care right now, because I'm not at my best. I'm not at 100% Kristal. And sometimes he gets it and sometimes he doesn't. A really beautiful thing that my sister did, my sister Leanne did, was she purchased a book. And this book was a story about a mum with cancer, and about a mum losing her hair through chemotherapy, and all the wigs and all the different things that she was doing and the changes that she went through. And that's been a story that I've been able to go back to Cohen and read and talk to him about what's happening in the story, and then translate that to what's happening to me. It's also a story that I lent his class at school, and I said to his class teacher, "A lot of the little kids have been staring at me, and here's a book that they can read, that you can read, that they'll be able to understand that this is what's going on for Cohen's mum." And so, you know, that's been really important. So, you know, I think the key things is I'm keeping my kids close. They're sharing this journey. They're going through the good, you know, the bad, the ugly of it. We're just communicating really well. You know, we're just making sure that there's lots of open communication. And I'm getting over myself in the vulnerability, in the sense where, you know, thinking that I always had to be strong for my kids. I'm learning gradually that it's actually okay not to be strong all the time, and that they've got to see me in moments of weakness. They've got to see me when I'm, you know, on the floor crying, and when I'm having a bad day, but equally they'll get to see me when I'm shining bright and feeling strong as well, and that it is a journey and every day is going to be different. So hopefully that shines a light what's happening for me and my kids.